What is up, everybody? It is Wreaker, and welcome back to the Vanilla Survival World. It has been a while, I admit. I've been sick, if you can't tell from my voice, been recovering. But also there's some reasons why this took a while to record. First off, remember how last time, I had a spot marked out for a slime farm and whatnot? Well, yeah. It's all the way dug out. And this took probably, at least 20 hours. But if you notice, there's no slimes down here. That's because it's still mushroom fields. I thought it was one of the underground biomes down here, which will allow slimes to spawn. But I was wrong. So there's 20 hours worth of work down the drain. I gotta figure out what to do with the hole now. At least it was good resources, I will say that. We're doing very well on our stone and deep slate resources now. So I had to find another set of slime chunks that weren't in mushroom, and I found some. And then I recorded the time lapses, and replay mod didn't work because since the last episode I have switched my operating system. I am now running on Linux, and it has solved 90% of my problems. So there's that. So I don't have time lapses of digging out and building the slime farm, because in the process of moving stuff over, the replay mod would record fine, but it would not actually render the time lapses correctly. So there's that. Down in the depths here, we actually have a slime farm. I'm not entirely sure what compelled me, but I felt like the slimes fit with the gay theme. So yeah. I'm not going to explain it much other than that. I also updated the mods that I use, and we are currently in 1.21.7. The only mod that's not currently updated is my free cam, so I can't really even show. But this is where the slimes kind of happen. Or I guess what I can do. Because anything that I'm now recording, I can render fine. It's just all the work I did building the slime farm is lost. So all the slimes kind of get pushed into the pit there, and yeah, they go through, and then they're automatically crafted up into slime blocks just because I'm automatically putting them into my storage system. That's just to help means I can fit more in there without overflow, and fairly easy. The only issue is getting back out of here. Sometimes I get stuck in the water and can't actually get out. But to make up for the fact that all the time lapses are bad, I did decide to do 2 slime farms. And the second one, ignore the clicking, this is just materials. Almost got through them now. But we're doing 2 slime farms. And this one I don't have to take all the way to bedrock, because there's a feature I have not played around with yet, but I believe it's from the trial chambers. Yeah, there's a new potion effect. and there's a potion called oozing. So let me pop into a test world real quick so I can show what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're going to have something like this. This is just a proof of concept so you can see the madness. But, imagine we had a whole bunch of zombies. And they were all infected with this thing called oozing. And it'd be a shame if they all died. And then all of a sudden, a ton of slime spawned. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We're going to have a zombie spawner essentially funnel everything into a weight holding chamber. And once there's a decent amount of zombies in said holding chamber, a dispenser will fire one of these, and it's whenever these guys die, give or take a little bit, might take a second, but whenever these guys die, they will spawn a medium slime. Or at least one. So if we then take zombies that are infected with oozing and drop them in here to where any slimes that spawn will be automatically killed. Automatic slime farm. Probably better than a normal slime farm, to be honest. But now we have the, I would say difficult, but it should be fairly easy. I've just got to make a little water funnel to take zombies. That's why I carved out 2 chunks, because I gotta essentially gather them and then get them into a holding tank and then drop them. So yeah, I gotta figure that out. I also gotta figure out, do I want to turn the zombies into drowned first, because that is a thought I've had. And we'll have to see. So, yeah. Let's get after it. Alright, it is much, much later. Yeah. Still working through some technical difficulties with Replay Mod. Mainly the technical difficulty of I forgot to turn it on. So the farm is done. And when I say I forgot to turn it on, I turned on the pause recording button and then forgot to hit resume when I actually started building again. But, oh well, this way I can kind of show off. And also, we have the free cam mod. It's just for some reason it doesn't automatically get rid of that stuff. And I tried in settings, doesn't fix anything. So as long as I'm in this room, the spawner should work. Let me go ahead and turn on the timer. But the zombies will spawn and funnel their way down and kind of push each other up the water stream. We'll get one stuck down here. But that's about as good as we can get right now, honestly. But they'll come up here, and they're gonna kind of fall right down into here. And there's, this is just an, yeah, this whole line here is just an on-off switch. Is a etho hopper clock, and when all the items cycle through to whichever side, it'll fire off the monostable circuit, and all this will fire a potion and flip-flop the chamber here, and all the zombies will, right like that, and then whenever they die, they will slowly slowly die. I'm not too concerned about the speed of this. This is more, you can hear all the dispensers clicking and whatnot. This is maybe as fast as the normal slime farm, but it's just cool. The slimes also fight water streams better than they used to, I feel like. There he goes. So, and then all the slime and rotten flesh will make it up this way and head to the main storage system. But yeah. And it's like every 3 to 5 minutes, I think. Somewhere that on the timer, a new batch will kind of pop through. So yeah, it's fairly efficient. Or I say efficient, it produces quite a bit. And it's closer and easier to AFK at than the slime farm. And so far, decent amount of flesh. This is just from that farm, and that's only a few tests. I haven't done a full AFK session because I don't have an auto brewer to brew the potions yet. And then this is the other farm, because I actually have it auto crafting there. I don't have it auto crafting down here because I was lazy. So in the future, I might throw an item sorter and pull slime balls out, craft them in slime blocks. But as of right now, I've got one empty spot there. I forgot I was sorting these out. But one empty spot there, and then I reworked some things, and I have 5 empty spots over here for things. And eventually, I may not need leaves and stuff like that auto-sorted. So some of these may move. Like, I'm not producing sand, but I had quite a bit. So we'll see. And also could be eventually I expand another section. Another section out this way for the storage system. But yeah. I really wish I could have used replay mod for both farms, but oh well. Alright, as you can see, I did actually get a time-lapse successfully done. I did want to at least include one time-lapse with all the work I did. And yeah, just added a lot more structure and fleshed out this section a bit. One to surround the zombie slime farm. And yeah, we're getting close to borders over here, but we're gonna shift attention up there. We're gonna start something, not finish it today, but I'm gonna get everything lined out because I'm gonna do quite a bit off camera. I know that sounds annoying, but essentially we're gonna line out a bunch of stuff, and I'm not sure what the design is, so yeah. But this big old flat section up here is going to be more or less breeding stations for animals. And when I say that, wherever in the world that I need animals, I want to just be able to come here and grab, let's say, some chickens. I'm just gonna have like chickens producing eggs, and that's it. I'll have like a chicken pen, cow pen, sheep pen, pig pen, but also like rabbits, turtles, all that fun stuff. So, figure I just kind of want to line out some pathways and where everything's going to go. But I don't have enough time to try to move animals in right now. And I don't have very many animals to actually move in. But I figure I can at least line some things out. 14, 7, and 8. That's the middle. Alright. And let's see how this develops. Alright. And yeah, like I said, just outlining where everything's gonna go. I'm running out of time for this episode, so I won't be able to actually flesh everything out right here. But yeah, if you can't tell, we're getting some weird animals. This is, I think, all the ones I can breed. So essentially, well, not all the ones. I think I'm missing dogs and cats, but that might be what this big middle area is for. But yeah, like got mushrooms, cows, sheep, pigs. There's some, I think, over there. But yeah, this way I can actually have animals on hand when I need them. And then a couple, like the turtle part, I'll probably have set up to where I can farm scute and turtle helmets and all that. Goat, I will probably have a minecart ran underneath for goat horns. That's why they have a larger pen. See, bees, not too concerned about actually turning these into a honey farm. These will probably just be like backup bees to where I actually have, like, can breed and keep a couple bees in case of emergency, more or less. And I'll actually have a bee farm set up somewhere else. Armadillo, I'll probably have it set up for some scute there. And then foxes, I believe, can be bred. And yeah, they're just cute, so they get to stay. So yeah, next episode I will probably try to actually build these up. It might be mostly time-lapse, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we'll be working on this. And one of the things I do want to do, and it will be time-lapse because I'm not gonna just ramble about it for a while. Let me get in free cam. You notice how there's a bunch of gardens kind of right here, all the cherry trees and whatnot. I'm gonna try to completely do this inner area. And yeah, like this inner area, and then maybe some of this over here. Get it set up. Oh, another thing with this, not contained, in this area because I might have to expand it. Because horses and stuff, yes, I will have that. I wanted a complete separate horse section because of horse breeding. So this might get tweaked and expanded. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It may spill down even to here. Because I feel like I want to have an in-between layer. But horses, but also allays. So, yeah. Once I get that figured out, you'll see it when I get it figured out. I'll put it that way. But you'll see a lot more gardens coming in and a lot more just decoration of the base. But until next time, this has been Wreaker. Adios.